Hello world, and welcome back to another video. This is the Football Connect. I'm your host Sam, and we are back again with another Jürgen Klopp video where we will be reacting to whatever he has said during his press conference. So there was a press conference of him for the build-up game against Brighton yesterday. So because of the things that was happening this side, I wasn't able to actually be sure to do it on time. But anyway, we're just gonna look at some of the key points he talked about and what we are looking forward to see. But anyway, just on top of that, just another reminder that I need to put to people. I'm really sorry yesterday there was some technical difficulties, if I may say, to the game yesterday against Newcastle. It just cut while we were watching the game, but I think all the situation has been sorted now. We will be live for the Liverpool game as the first one, and we continue with the games as we go on. So let me hear your thoughts in the comment section. What did you think about the performance of Newcastle yesterday, and what do you think about what Klopp is going to talk about, because he is really one person who has been complaining a lot about how things have been going. Like, hello Mr. Anthony, how are you doing, sir? We are good this afternoon, this side. It's all about 4 minutes before it is actually 1 p.m. this side. So yeah, it's definitely afternoon. So good morning to you. How are you doing that side? Because I believe it's around 11 or something. That side, 11 to 12, somewhere there. That's where you are, that side, right? Oh, it's around 11. Think so? Yeah. So I'm going to look at some of the key points that I took from Klopp's conference, what he was talking about. One of the most important things that we need to remember in this game is that they will be reuniting with ADAM LALANA. Liverpool can't underestimate. That is true. That is true. Even Klopp said it. This is a hard team to play with. Out of all the Brighton we have played, this is the hardest Brighton we are going to be facing. They just have that something about them that we just don't understand. Oh, so it's almost around 12 o'clock your side. Oh, that's nice. So in all the Brightons we have faced, there's just something different about this group that I don't know, I can't explain it, but I'm really afraid to face this team. At the same time, I want to face it, so it's confusing. And I'm actually happy that maybe their best player, we can't even say Lamptey, won't be in the game because of the double yellow he picked up on that game, in the last game, and he'll be missing out. We have to wait and see. Maybe the player who's coming in as a replacement for him will be even more dangerous than Lamptey, because remember, he has not been getting chance to play in this position, so it's gonna be crazy. I just don't know what to expect in this game, that's for sure. I'm really afraid, but we hope we'll get something. Hello Mr. Lewis, how are you doing? How are you doing this morning? We have an interesting games for you as well. I might have to leave in 2 minutes. Thank you very much for just passing by. Please like that video and subscribe. No, you have already subscribed. To those ones who are joining us, please subscribe, but just please like the video, and we'll see what happens, because I have to talk about Klopp. What do you think about your game against Southampton today? Oh, you are playing Southampton, right? Today, is it today or tomorrow, Southampton versus United? Or maybe I'm confusing. Yeah, I think you're playing Southampton today. What are you expecting to tomorrow or today? What are you expecting to see from your game? Before we talk about these things, what are you expecting to see from your game? That's gonna be interesting to see for sure. And I heard that you bought a new player. Oh, the rumors are saying that Manchester United bought a new player who's called Akim or something like Akim. I don't know how to pronounce his surname, but I think it's called Akim. How true is that? It's interesting. I'm loving what United are doing. It's gonna be interesting to see. Anyway, as we wait for any response that will be coming here, we're gonna cover some points that Klopp was talking about. Firstly was the only thing. Oh, it's tomorrow, 4 o'clock for me. Yeah, that's true. It's gonna be interesting. I'll be watching it United. So you both guys have to be there for the watch along. If I'm there, remember I told you that they'll be moving. I don't know when that is going to happen, but that will be interesting to see. I want to see how the game goes. I'm really excited. Anyway, the only thing that the world has been talking about, especially everywhere, is that fans are now allowed to come back into the stadium starting from the 2nd of December, and Arsenal will be the first team that actually gets the experience of this, because unlike other teams, Arsenal is the only team that has been that I think they're calling it tier one or something like that. They've been approved for the tier one to have fans in the ground. But unfortunately for teams like Manchester United, City, and other teams, they have not yet been allowed because of he still haven't got his. We still haven't got Dunnings. Oh, Dunnings is not yet back. Oh my God, that is gonna be a problem. That's gonna be a problem. But we'll wait and see. Maybe he'll be fit by God's grace. Maybe during this day and maybe tomorrow. We don't know. Things can change. That's for sure. So Klopp was asked that what do you think about the fans coming back to the stadium, and what he said was this: we are waiting. He said that in all the countries, what we are waiting for are all these good steps that we're taking to the right, and it's a best idea we have at the moment. It's just taking these small steps that is gonna help us to move into this right direction, and so people are complaining that maybe this could be an advantage to those who have fans and those a disadvantage to those who doesn't have fans. But he advised people that you shouldn't be looking at a point of saying advantage, disappointment, disadvantage. We want fans back, and if this is the first step we take for the fans to come back into the ground, then that's a pretty much a good step. So we should be happy because we know that if this goes well, in due time, every team will have fans into the ground, and we all know that's what all the fans all over the world wants to be back into this ground. Is there a African league? Oh, there is a league in my country, but nobody just watch it. No, but I don't even watch it. The league that I sometimes watch is the South African Premier League, because now it's called the South African DStv Premier League. It's actually interesting to watch. There are actually people who watch it full time that I was actually talking to them that maybe if they want to have a chance to put their show and talk about their league and stuff like that, and talk about the league, they said that they only come when we've reached the 1,000 or subscriber mark, so we will have to wait for that. But there is the DStv Premier League, actually the best league that we have in Southern Africa, which is from South Africa. The other ones are there, but there's just no entertainment. You see, what we look for in football games as people is the entertainment of the game. That's why we go to the Premier League. That's why we run to Europe. That's why they watch the DStv, because they are being beamed live on TVs, and it's actually exciting. Like for example, in this country, they only show it in one TV channel. You don't even see all the games that you want to see. Sometimes you just have to read it tomorrow in a paper, or maybe check it on social media. So that is never nice. So maybe that's why maybe they watch the South African League so much, because it's always on different channels all over the world. We watch it through the DStv. It's almost like the Bet or Sky Sports news and Sky Sports channels and stuff like that. That's how the DStv is like. They have Super Sports. That's where we watch all those channels. So that's how it is like that. But everyone prefer to watch the Premier League overall in Africa. 90% of the time they prefer to watch this Premier League. That's for sure. Anyway, like I was talking about it, this second thing, we don't have any power. Okay. So one thing that he was asked is this: it seems like the game between Liverpool and Midtjylland could actually take place in Dortmund rather than in Denmark. So he said that maybe there are some rules and regulation that has been changed on that game. But what he was just saying is that it doesn't matter where the game goes, because he doesn't have power to choose where you want to go. But if it goes back to Dortmund, that would be a nice reunion with some of the technical teams and whatever. That would be a nice way to come back. But wherever he plays the game, that is going to be a good game, and it doesn't matter where it will be. And he said that he would take it by any chance if he has to travel to Dortmund rather than to Denmark, which is a little bit far away than where Germany is in terms of flight traveling and stuff. So anything that they get Liverpool, they said that it's okay, they will take it. We'll see how things goes. The other thing he was asked about injuries, which everyone were interested to find out about. So he was asked about anyone who's fit and back into this training ground. We found out that now Captain Henderson is back from the injury, and he is now training with the team. It seems like he trained the first session, then the other session he had to train alone. So that's a little bit good movement in the right direction. We'll see. But all others like Thiago Alcantara and the rest, they have been back for such a long time, but it seems like they are not yet 100% fit to come back into the ground. So we just have to watch them from afar and hope that by any time they come back soon, fitter and better to play the game. That's all we hope. But that's what we have. But he said that if there's anything that has to change, there will be some late decisions. That is for sure. He made that clear that there will be some late decision. And he was asked about the performance of Brighton, just like they were talking about how they've been and what he expects to see from them when he plays them as a manager. And he said Brighton are a good team at the moment. They are pretty much special at the moment. And he said that his analysts, the people who analyze the games or the teams that Klopp will be playing with before they play, he said that they were pretty much honest from the start. And they told him that Brighton is actually not a simple team to play. They have been so good. He said, in his own words, he said that they're actually a hard team to play with. Then he said, we looked at the results and maybe the results don't really highlight how good they've been. But they said that don't be fooled by the results. This team has been playing they've been playing amazing football. So we just don't expect to see an easy game. In his words, that he said it's going to be a challenging game and you hope that they'll be ready. He talked about something else that was interesting, that we should be ready for necessary defense work. So he's talking about that it seems like what they're thinking or what they're anticipating from this game is that they are going to be challenged more in terms of defensive work. So they need to be ready for that. That's for sure. They need to be ready for that. That's why he said necessary defense work. So I don't know. We'll wait to see how the game goes. But Brighton, like I said, it's not an easy game to play. But we'll see how that goes, and we hope that we are ready to face them, so one way or the other. The other thing that he talked about was Graham Potter. Graham Potter, the manager of Brighton, he gave a compliment to Klopp. Then he said, thank you, Graham, talking about how Liverpool have the most dangerous front four at the moment. Then he said, so they were asking him, what do you think about this, and also how much important has Diogo Jota been for Liverpool since he joined the team. One thing that he said was this. He just said, thank you, Graham. We expected that for the compliment he got. And he said that Jota has settled so much well for the team and is really, and he said that we can't rely and put all our trust 90% of the games every single week to the front three. So if we have a player who can step up from outside and maybe give boost from outside like what Diogo Jota has managed to do, that is always a good thing. It gives us confidence in terms of when we move on to the next stage and whatever that will happen. So he was just talking about that just as a reminder of how important Diogo Jota is, which we all know as the fans or everyone around the world how important Diogo Jota has been. I know he's not yet at the point we can say he's world class, but he has given us 90% of the time some world class moments, some world class games that he deserves to be given the respect he is given. I know I'm saying this because I saw a video from Dominic Rich FC who was complaining a lot that all of us, the Liverpool fans, are busy giving Diogo Jota a title he doesn't deserve yet. He said that he's working over to become world class, but he's not yet world class. So we just wanted to clear that out of the way. But let's see how the game goes anyway, guys. Let me give you other points that he was talking about. So he was asked the question, what does he think about the Premier League, the top 5 Premier League teams that are there right now in this league? Then he was like, he just caught me by surprise. I don't know which games were they. Then they were mentioned that it's Tottenham, Liverpool, Chelsea, Leicester, then Southampton. Those are the top 5 teams that we have as we speak right now in the up top, and they are all separated by 3 points. Can you believe it? The 5 teams of the Premier League that are on top, they are separated by 3 points. That's how serious the Premier League is looking like at the moment. And he said that he's not surprised at all. He's not surprised. he talked about teams like Tottenham and Chelsea. According to the way they've been playing and how they are looking like, it's not a surprise that they are up there and they are actually looking like they're gonna cause a lot of teams. And he talked about Leicester. Then he said, yes, we played them, but it was not an easy game. So and he talked about Southampton, that yes, they are working so hard to be where they are, so they deserve where they are. And one thing that he talked about that was important, he said that this season, it's not like any other season. It's not like we're going to be talking about how good we are or whatever we can add on. He said that this is just a different league. It doesn't matter if we won the league last season or we won the cup last season. This is a different time, and it's going to be so challenging to see how the game goes. But that'll be interesting to see how the game goes. We are about 20 minutes before the Premier League. Liverpool and Brighton released their lineup. We'll see. Then we'll check out as we prepare for the watch along. So he was also asked about the 12:30 kickoff. It's only for us to for the weeks and the days, the games until the end of the game. So it seems like Liverpool are gonna have a lot of 12 o'clock in the morning games. Like, let me say 12 I think 12 o'clock in Britain games, Saturday 12 o'clock games at the same time playing on Wednesday, which always give them a short amount of time or period of time to even prepare, even like for the other normal teams. So he said that I don't understand, because we have been talking about this for such a long time, but it just doesn't make sense because they don't even look at us, they don't even listen to us, and he just said he doesn't want to talk about. Then the journalist said that, oh, it sounds like you are saying like you are giving up. Then he was like, you are just saying this, that I'm giving up, but I am not giving up. We have talked, or do we just have to accept the fact of the matter that that's where we are as Liverpool, and things have to go as properly as they have to go. For sure, they have to actually continue like they're supposed to do. So we'll put that one aside and hope that the best can yet to come. Anyway, and he was asked about the thing that, so to get today's game against Brighton will definitely be Alisson's number 100th game for Liverpool. If it wasn't for some injuries he picked up along the way, we should have passed this mark. According to Klopp, that's what he said. He said that after 100 games, I don't think there's any necessity for me to tell you how important Alisson is to the team, how important he is to show up for the team. So he said that he has been so special to us, and we really, really respect him as a player, and he has been so much for us. But we hope that we have an amazing time with him, and he'll always be with us for such a long time, because he has been so good. He said he's gonna be playing number 99 of all the best 100 games that he has been for. He's saying he's gonna be playing number 100 of all the 99 games he has had for Liverpool, which were good in the Klopp's words. So that'll be interesting to see how that goes. Please, guys, do me a favor, click that like button, subscribe to the channel so that you never miss another video. Also, we are going to talk about the last thing that we want to talk about in this. So he was reminded that this will be the first reunion of Liverpool and ADAM LALANA after he left LFC, going to join Brighton, looking for more game time, because we knew that he had a lot of injuries and that limited the game time that he was getting, because there were now more players who were maybe playing at a higher rate than him. I don't know, that's what I think, and it was a little bit challenging for him to get game time. So he was asked that, he said something like, he said that we miss him, and we miss him every time, and he is our friend every time, but not this week. We don't really miss him a lot, because he said we are always talking to him on social media and stuff like that. But he said that something like, we will miss him, there's friendship there, and of course this week we are not talking to him a lot about him and whatever that is happening because of the game, but after that we will be talking to him, because he's really important to us, he means a lot to us, and we really do miss him. He talked about something else as well. We said that the interesting part about friendship is that for the next 90 minutes when the game starts, the friendship will be separated a little bit. Then after 90 minutes is over, the friendship continues. That's the interesting, amazing chemistry about friendship. So guys, do me a favor, click the like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to follow the Football Connect on all the platforms that are there out there, so that you never miss another video when we put one up there. So let me hear your thoughts, your comment in the comment section. What did you think about this press conference, and what are you expecting to see from Jürgen Klopp? This has been Sam, and we will definitely meet again.